Remember this, lady?
Strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory.
Yeah, well, she is Donald Trump's spiritual advisor, faith advisor, or whatever, and she was his pastor for a while. I think when he, in his first term or whatever. Well, as it turns out, this televangelist is coming after her hard right now. Listen to this.
Paula White says, anyone who tells you to deny yourself is from Satan.
To deny yourself. I don't understand the context. I don't understand the context he's laying down. This is not a good person that we're looking at here. Okay, so don't get the idea that like he's a truth teller coming after like a charlatan. He's a charlatan and a scumbag and like just an evil human being. So take it with a grain of salt, but okay.
Women's Convention in Orlando, Florida, broadcast on TBN, October 30th, 2007. She says, I believe that when you honor God on Passover, starting on April 12th, that would have been some particular year. We'll find out, I think, at the end. Anyway. At sundown through Good Friday on the 18th and concluding on Easter Sunday, you can receive these 7 supernatural blessings.
Oh, bro, I remember this. Oh my God. I did a video in I don't know what you call it. Like I did a video for American Atheists on this exact thing.
For you and your house. According to Exodus chapter 23, God will assign an angel to you. He'll be an enemy to your enemies. He'll give you prosperity. He'll take sickness away from you. He will give you long life, will bring increase in inheritance, and he'll give a special year of blessing. You're not doing this to get something, but you're doing it in honor to God, realizing what you can receive. Passover sermon on Exodus chapter 23. She goes on, this is in addition to. There's someone that God is speaking to click on that donation button by minimizing the screen. And when you do, to sow $1,144. It's not often I ask very specifically, but God has instructed me, and I want you to hear. This isn't for anyone, but this is for someone. When you sow that $1,144 based on John 11:44, I believe for resurrection life. Easter sermon, March 27th, 2016.
2016? Did she do this in 2016? Because she did this again, just like this year.
Do I have to say anything about that?
Well, I thought no, but there are like millions of televangelist like suckers that fell for this nonsense that can't dig themselves out of this pit they've found themselves in. So yeah, I guess you kind of do.
If you believe that, I'll put it to you this way. Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice, and they follow me, and a stranger they will not follow.
So you're not a disciple of Jesus if you believe this, if you follow Paula White. I thought he was talking about this.
And I believe that when you honor God on Passover, starting on April 12th at sundown through Good Friday on the 18th and concluding on Easter Sunday, you can receive these 7 supernatural blessings for you and your house. According to Exodus 23, God will assign an angel to you. He'll be an enemy to your enemies. He'll give you prosperity. He'll take sickness away from you.
Dude, these people are such colossal scumbags, really. It's just disgusting how evil these people are, how willing they are to fleece gullible suckers for every penny that they own.
He will give you long life. He'll bring increase in inheritance, and he'll give a special year of blessing. You're not doing this to get something, but you're doing it in honor to God, realizing what you can receive.
Well, it sounds to me like you're encouraging people to do it so they get something out of it, right? That's kind of the basis of prosperity gospel, isn't it?
You can receive.
For your special Passover offering of $1,000 or more as the Holy Spirit leads, you will also receive the beautiful 10-inch Waterford Crystal Cross. Don't miss your moment to release 7 supernatural blessings and provision into your life.
See, the 7 supernatural blessings you get for giving her money. Assign an angel to you. She'll assign an angel to you. Be an enemy to your enemies. Give you prosperity. Take sickness away. Give you long life. Cause increase for you and a special year of blessing. It's really vile stuff, dude. And if you think Jack Hibbs is better, nope. Nope. Worse, maybe. I would say even worse than Paula White, to be perfectly frank, in one man's humble opinion. Even worse than Paula White. He is what one would call a Christian nationalist in the truest sense of the term. Like, he's out of his head drunk on Jesus juice and doing everything he can to force, this Jesus juice on everybody. He can't just live his life and be a pastor to his church. He wants to force everybody in the United States to be part of his weird little denomination by law. And he's even led prayers in Congress recently. This dude is not a nobody. He is one of the people that's leading the charge on basically destroying human rights in the United States. Here's a good example.
The college campus is supposed to be a place of higher education, not what's happening right now.
Well, it's supposed to be a place of free thought, right? It's supposed to be a place where people can give their opinions freely and think and talk and analyze and debate and whatever, right? Isn't that what college campuses are for? He's complaining about people protesting Israel and what they're doing to Gaza.
Oh, Pastor, don't you believe in the First Amendment? Totally. It came from the Judeo-Christian belief.
No, it did not. In fact, the First Amendment, our free speech, contradicts the First Commandment. You cannot have both. The First Amendment says you have a right to free speech and you can't be jailed for it or whatever. And the First Commandment says you shall have no other gods before me. That's not very free speech.
As did the Second Amendment, a Judeo-Christian belief.
The right to own guns is a Judeo-Christian belief? I'm sorry? Where is he getting this? This is bizarre.
We've got people who I believe have forfeited their rights to the First Amendment. They don't have the First Amendment to do what they're doing on over 220 university campuses.
Well, that's the thing. If some people don't have the right, then the right doesn't exist. It's a right because we have a right to this thing.
Say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. Hear me out. If I went to Moscow and did what they're doing.
What, protest? Yeah, you'd be pushed out a window, of course. Are you saying this is a good thing?
I know what would happen. They would be there for 5 minutes. And let me tell you, I've been to Russia over 23 times. I've seen how the police and how the military deal with people on the streets, and it ain't pretty.
Okay. Are you saying you want that? That's what he's saying. He's saying he wants to live in an environment that is more like Russia. That is, God, imagine if he had said this during the Red Scare. I mean, we're kind of already entering a Red Scare-esque type of period or whatever, where they're talking about how communism is evil. It's just Russia isn't really the target of that anymore. But imagine during McCarthyism, like if somebody was just accused of being a communist, just accused of it, they'd lose their jobs. They may even go to jail. The House of Un-American Activities Committee in the 1950s, I think, or the 60s, or both, would investigate people just because of their beliefs. That's it. It is absolutely wild to me that this dude is saying we need to be more like Russia now.
That's why it doesn't happen there.
So we need to push people out windows more, is what he's saying. Great. That's fantastic. Listen to this one.
It should be the pastor that's standing and is exposing this absolute fallacy of transgenderism cult. It is a cult now. It's an official cult.
For the record, I made a website, cultcompass.org, where you can look through cults and see why they're considered cults. Look at basically their historical test, and it'll give you a little background on the group and what they believe and why. And you can look at the answers that they gave and why they gave those answers and stuff. Just historical tests. If you look in the little blocks there, you'll see it. Anyway, I have written papers on cults and how they operate, and wrote this whole website by myself about it. Trans people are not in a cult. Trust me.
It's a religion. It's LGBTQ transgender lunacy that is a direct violation of everything that is normal, right, and scientific, and culturally sustainable.
Culturally sustainable?
You know that, by the way? That the LGBTQ
Is he getting the letters wrong on purpose? Is this intentional, or is he just dumb as dog? But I can't tell.
transgender position is non-sustainable. Hey, wokies, listen, I'm using your word.
Using our word is sustainable? Okay. I'm not sure is he saying that, like, you have to reproduce to continue society or whatever? Okay. Fine, then reproduce if you want. And gay people will have their relationships, and they will adopt children who were orphaned or whatever. We'll all live our own lives. He doesn't want people living their own lives. He wants to impose his beliefs on others. That is what it is about with this guy.
Sustainable this, sustainable that. We have to be sustainable. Did you know that your choice regarding gender is unsustainable?
How?
This is a gigantic hypocrisy that I believe right now, by the way.
Does he know what the word hypocrisy means or sustainable? I don't understand what the hell he's talking about.
I believe right now, by the way, the mask is starting to fall off. People are starting to stand up. And so here's my challenge. Pastors, you and I should be embarrassed that Charlie Kirk stood in our place. He took the hit. He got eggs thrown at him, junk thrown at him.
I don't remember this specific thing that he's referring to, but I love it.
And he was mocked, ridiculed, and now on social media, he's being scoured like a dirty pan. And I'm ashamed that I'm not being attacked. Pastor, you and I should be ashamed because we should be the clarions of truth. We're the ones that should be standing up and saying.
Oh, so you're saying this dude got a little attention and you want some of that attention, right? Is that what this is about?
Hey, everybody, your kids are being raped by the public school system.
Oh my God, dude. It just keeps getting more hyperbolic and insane.
By woke politicians.
How? What a vile, disgusting, evil thing to say in the first place. But it doesn't even make any sense. I'm telling you, this dude he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He's an evil human being. He's just a bad person in his heart. And he's sitting here telling us about Kenneth Copeland and Paula White and how they're grifters. Don't get me started. Tell me what you think in the comments.